Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Georgia's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense, and they said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots, so obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's one or two guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
Off play action on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
This defense prides themselves on effort and pursuit. Quarterback there did a great job scrambling, so much so that he was able to get downfield, and it looked like it was going to be a big play, but all that pursuit from the defense and their effort, getting to the ball, knocking it out, and coming away with a big turnover.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Keelan Russell. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Using his legs, it's Hill. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is on that section.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. In the red area, it's Hill. Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. From the gun on third down, Kalen Russell. Hauls it in. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Snagged in the middle, it's Frazier. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. And the Dawgs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Oh, he makes the catch. And they'll knock him down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Pulls it in, it's Humphreys. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Throwing Russell. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. They go play action with Russell. Got a man, it's Rodgers. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side now. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Hill. And the defense drags him down. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Russell. They've got the screen set up. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up fourth down from the 43. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Fourth down, Russell. Might be looking to run. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Pulls and fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Alabama! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score in this next possession.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Snagged out of the air. Breaks the tackle. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Both teams wanted to get the ball to their playmakers. Let's see how these wideouts are doing so far. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run inside. It's Phillips. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Wiley, and he'll be brought down. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
They kick it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era, but certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Keelan Russell. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Russell. Still looking, on the move. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that 1st down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. High and away, headed toward the sideline just the way he drew it up. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Fighting off the defender. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Out of the gun to give to the back. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Throwing Russell. Fires to the right. Lost the defense, he's wide open. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The option look. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. Georgia sends out the punt team. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Motion from the wideout. Oh, what a cut! Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 2nd down coming up. Russell. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to move them on the counter. Could be an alley. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Toss sweep right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's 3rd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll try to get to the marker himself. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
score, Alabama 20, Georgia 0. Number 45, set to kick this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. RPO complete to open the drive. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll line up for a second down play. Running inside, it's Phillips. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Dogs want to move quickly.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. To the air, it's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Fires into the end zone. Couldn't make the grab in the end zone, but this flag looks as if it'll be on the defense.
Pass interference, defense.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there, a touchdown here. And I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he added the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Got his man on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Keelan Russell. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the #1 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Sooners with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. The outcome today brings them to 4-1 on the season. That is a solid start. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a...
Makes the grab in their space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. No huddle here for the offense.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll move the tight end. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing Russell. Right on the money.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No third down conversion for you.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Wiley. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Off play action. Under fire. Buried before he could blink.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Handoff from the gun. He just carries him face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. They'll run the screen. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down, certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Motion from the wide receiver. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down coming up.
Russell. Here's a heat. Got a man. It's Edwards. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. It's caught. Alabama will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Keelan Russell. Rushes on him. Breaks loose. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Fires to the big fella.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Throwing Russell. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Fakes to grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Phillips. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll run it on the counter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Dogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Finds his tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around.
Georgia, 7.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Second down, he'll throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Stockton. Flips it out on the screen. Spins away from the defense. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3.
26, Georgia, 10. Number 91, set to advance on the football.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Russell on play action. Right down the middle. And the timing just a hair off. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Russell bears the pressure. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
False start offense.
And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. From the gun on 3rd down, Kalen Russell. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Almost had the completion, just missed it. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for space. It's Hill.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying down the right side. Scooped and scored. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll move the wide receiver. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Finds his man. It's Edwards. Pulled down for the tackle. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They go play action with Russell. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Wiley. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Back to pass on 2nd down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Looking for the score. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Motion from the wideout. Russell on play action. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Good, solid tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Kalen Russell. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He'll try it again. Oh, better look out! They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Unloads quickly. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. On the sideline. Got it in the end zone.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. He's looking to throw. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th.
Number 91, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. There he goes! Open it up! He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Could not make his way to the corner. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Back to pass. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out fast. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Lost to throw again. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Fires quickly. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Swings it out to the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Throwing Russell. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. New set of downs after the completion. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Dropping back, it's Russell. Gets it to him on the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Russell from the gun on third down. Had to get rid of it quickly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's going to go down as time has run out. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.